The road in front of me was practically glowing, but only because the flames from the chaos behind me projected light onto it. It wasn't like I knew where I was going, I just knew where I could no longer be. Simple enough. It was always simple enough. Until the fork. The fork in the road. It's always when you'd give anything for one clear path, one answer or trajectory that we're forced to choose. Oh, right. Right, life also has a say, Eddie. It's not just you and your ideal outcomes sitting around this table deliberating. No, this board of directors has an array of interests. And so there I stood, the world in my hands, forced to choose. What do I make of the flames behind me? Where do I take what remains? Do I go left? I looked up. Embers danced around my head. I peered down the long road. Left? Well, it sort of calmed my nerves a little bit. It was appealing, inviting. The toll was almost nothing. I called to it, and it called back. It looked at my recent challenges and said, "It's not you, Eddie, it's them." It saw the relationships that fell apart and said, "Look, if only people were better. If only they were more like you." That felt good to hear. It saw the world that fell to the ground behind me, put its arm around my shoulder and said, "Man, life is so unfair. People like you deserve better. You're perfect, just how you are, and if you walk down this road, I'll keep it that way. That's what I can offer you." Oh, this is nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Then I remembered the other option. I adjusted my gaze. Do I go right? I gotta be honest, this path, it didn't give me a warm and fuzzy. But I called to it, and it responded. It said, "Hey, those challenges, the ones holding you down, it's a you thing. You need to be better. Come with me, and I can help you do that." It saw the relationships that fell apart and asked, "Well, what value did you bring to the table? What role did you play? What did you do or not do?" It saw the world that fell to the ground behind me, the same one that was currently on fire, and handed me a toolbox. "What did you learn?" it asked. "You'll need to think about that very carefully, because I will request that you build another if you walk down this road." It put its arm around me and said, "Progress is not pretty, it's dark and often painful. It's not a vacation in Mexico. It's a battlefield. Growth is an arena. But I'll guide you through and give you what you otherwise never could have had on the other side. That's what I can offer you." I hate the damn forks, I thought. The smoke from the fire behind me started to catch up where I stood. It caused my heart to race. Thoughts began to rattle around in my mind. The fire crackled like the devil sharpening his own pitchfork, daring me to take one more step back, to retreat. No, it's not an option. It can't be an option. I looked back up at the fork in front of me. God, how I wanted to just go left. So inviting. I wanted the easy road. My nervous system wanted the easy road. I was tired of the chaos, was tired of it all. We're done here. I fixated my eyes left and took a step down the path. Stop! Cried out the path to the right. Hear me out. Give me one more shot before you go. Give me one more moment of your time. See that path, the one to your left, Eddie, it promises everything. It feels good. It looks like heaven. But let me tell you, that path is all width and no depth. It will place before you on the table everything you could ever want. It will put your dreams in front of you. But as you approach, they'll become a mirage. And it will put the boards and nails for your own home, your own city, your own reality beside you. But it will never give you the tools to utilize them. As you starve, it will place an array of the best foods you can imagine all around you, but it will never free your hands to reach out and grab them. You think that's what you want, but I promise you, it's not. I felt the warmth on my back. The smoke became so heavy I could no longer see my hands in front of my face. The voice continued, that road will teach you how to feel as though you deserve greatness, but will never allow you to have greatness. It is the quintessential carrot on the treadmill. Me, on the other hand, if you trust me, I'll put you through hell. There will be moments of pain and suffering and agony and discomfort. I promise you that. But you know what lives on the other side of hell? Your best life. Let me forge your future in the flames like iron. Let me be that for you. I contemplated, looking down, soaking it all in, before I noticed the smoke getting thicker. Struggling to breathe. I had seconds. If I didn't choose, these flames would overtake everything. It was go time. 3, 2, 1. I didn't go left, because I realized the left protected me from the world but kept me defenseless against myself. Left looked like heaven but required nothing of me. And anything that costs nothing, it gives nothing. And I sure as hell didn't go backwards. Those flames had already taken every version of me that was willing to settle. So I stepped right toward the road that felt like work, like weight, like truth, which I guess is the only kind of heaven you actually get to keep. What's up, guys? Eddie here. And before we jump into the next chapter, just a quick note. So, as many of you know, every single video that I've ever put on this channel has been created with the intent of building momentum in your life. If you want something physical to anchor that momentum, we've created the brand AGNS, or Always Grateful, Never Satisfied, for that exact reason. It's athletic apparel that embodies the very ideas and concepts I talk about every day. Because you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, we've created a code for this exclusive community, YWW20. You can use that on the website, agns.lifestyle, or right under this video on YouTube. All this stuff is there in the shop. Again, code YWW20 gets you 20% off the entire store. It's a great way to support the channel and also elevate your journey. Let it be a reminder to keep showing up. Appreciate your time. Always grateful, never satisfied. On to the next. The world you're dreaming of is ready when you are. There's a mountain range I can see from my rooftop. And on those mornings when I'm up there sipping my coffee, looking out, I see them. Same peaks, same shadows, same silent challenge that seems to call. I've always wanted to climb it since I've been here. And not just a metaphor for, the hard things in life, but literally. It's a hike known as Tom's Thumb. And I've always wanted to go to the top. I just haven't made the time, right? But, I've sort of fantasized about being on top of that mountain and looking back at my home from that vantage point as the sun is coming up. Kind of the inverse of the view I get from my roof every morning. I think something in me knows that the mountain is not waiting to be discovered. It's there. It's very clearly there. It's waiting on me. It's whispering, hey, ready when you are. See, most of us wait. We wait for clarity, for confidence, for the timing to be perfect. But the truth is, the climb doesn't begin when the path is easy. It begins when you choose to take that first step. A power, check this out, that is always within your control. Fate whispers, ready when you are. I have a friend who works in the oil industry. Very rough conditions, right? Long weeks away from home, sun up to sundown, no real rest, no room to breathe. And, that takes a toll on people, right? And behind the paycheck was something darker, a silent war with his own mental health in dealing with that situation. But he never really talked about it. And as he describes it, none of the guys really did. Because in that world, pain is something you bury. It's not something you say out loud. And one day we're talking about it. He calls me up. He says, I'm starting something. I said, oh yeah? What changed? He said, I'm tired of watching good men go through such difficult times. Someone has to talk about this. Someone has to create space for growth and transformation. And so he did. He started a new business doing exactly that, speaking to those who have walked the same path he's walked, understand the same struggle. And he is a messenger now, reminding them of their strength, that they're not alone, that there are people and resources available. And he's been on this journey, right? Left the safety of the familiar, started that company from nothing, speaks to crews across the country about resilience, brotherhood, staying alive when silence gets too loud. That company that he started, it had been waiting. It was there. It was merely whispering, ready when you are. See, you think your dream is something you have to go find. You think your purpose is hidden in the distance, but what if it's already there? What if the road's been paved? The door's unlocked, the canvas stretched out. What if the only thing missing is your first step? What if it's whispering, calling out, hey, I am ready when you are? That mountain outside my window wasn't getting closer. It wasn't changing shape. And today, I put on my shoes, walked out that front door, and was sitting in my car at the base before the sun came up. Today was the day I met the mountain. No more thinking it could be cool or wishing or hoping or planning for someday. Today, I would stand on it as the sun came up. Life doesn't hand us meaning. We create it. Stride by stride, choice by choice. That climb I've been thinking about for about a year and a half now. It's been saying the same thing all along. I'm here, I'm ready when you are. And there are plenty of those in life, real and imaginary. So whatever you're holding back, whatever chapter you've delayed, whatever mountain you're looking out at, know this. The world you've been dreaming of is not behind some locked gate. It's not waiting for permission. It's whispering right now, in this moment, over and over again, ready when you are. Ready when you are. Ready when you are. He wasn't handed excellence. No silver spoons, no guarantees, no headlines written about his birth. No, he wasn't born into the record books. He wasn't carved into marble before he ever took a breath. He was an ordinary person. And that's what makes his story so sacred. Because when you peel back the layers, when you turn down the volume of the world and listen close, you hear something remarkable. You hear self-belief. He believed himself capable of extraordinary things. Not because he was instructed to, not because the world applauded. He simply decided it would be so. And that decision, that seemingly trivial, insignificant decision, it changed everything. You see, most people stand on the edge of their potential looking out. Yeah, they can see the horizon, but they let fear talk them down. They carry the weight of every doubt, every voice that ever whispered, "You can't." But not him. He was crazy enough to believe it was possible. And that kind of belief, well, it's dangerous. It upends the status quo. It questions what's deemed realistic. It burns the rulebook and rewrites the story. To believe in the face of failure, to bet on yourself when there's no applause, no confirmation, that's where legends are born. Because belief is the inflection point. It's where it all begins. And so he showed up every day, and I mean every single day. Not just when it was convenient, not when he felt inspired, but when the world was heavy, when the journey felt uphill, when no one was watching and the world screamed quit, when he woke up tired and lost and beaten down. He showed up. He ran through storms others simply refused to walk in. He climbed hills most people complained about from the base. He kept going, knowing that it wasn't easy, but that the meaningful things, well, they rarely were. He knew that extraordinary doesn't announce itself. It doesn't show up with lights and music and buzz and hype. It's quiet. It's disguised in discomfort, hidden in sacrifice, It's earned. One decision at a time, one step forward into the night. Every scar became a sentence in his story. Every setback a setup for something greater. He didn't run from the pain. And believe me, there are days where he wanted to. But he stood firm, he stood tall, and found within the chaos wisdom. Within the nothingness, value. Within the void, the path. And when the world questioned him, when they rolled their eyes, when they asked, "Who do you think you are?" he answered, rarely with words, but with movement, with progress, determination, with grit, with fire. Because he didn't need their permission. He'd given that to himself long ago. So when you look at his journey, know this. You're not different in your potential. You're different in your belief. Your moment won't come wrapped in clarity or applause. There won't be lights or a grandiose celebration. It will merely whisper, "Go." When you're afraid, when you're tired, when the odds don't favor you, and your only job in that moment is to be crazy enough to believe that it's possible. That's it. Not leap a mountain, not traverse an ocean. Believe that it's possible. To show up when something deep inside wants to let go and hide. To speak when silence feels safer. To try again when failure is the only thing you've known for what seems like years. And to do so, not because the world promised you anything in return. No, we get no guarantees in this game, none. But because something inside you whispered, "This is who I am." So yeah, he was ordinary. But he believed himself capable of extraordinary things. And now he is the proof that the impossible bends for those willing to believe they belong in the arena. And my friends, not someday. Not when it's perfect. It will never be perfect. Now. Here. Today. In this moment. Be crazy enough to believe yourself capable of extraordinary things. They say the question is half full or half empty. But what if the real question is, what are you willing to pour into it? Every setback, every quiet morning, every passing doubt, all chances to choose what fills you. Today isn't about what's missing, it's about what's possible. The cup is here, the choice is and always will be yours. You see this cup? It's more than water. I think it's a metaphor for everything I'm trying to build. Half full, half empty, both are true, but neither really defines what's possible. They're prompts. Or maybe it's just a cup. A moment that doesn't really mean anything. Are you sure you're not just looking for signs in the quiet? Trying to convince yourself that there's more here than there really is? Maybe. But isn't that the point? To find value where others see routine. To see the half-empty cup and ask, what can I pour into it next? Take business. A lot of us can relate. That client who walked away last month, I could call it a loss. In fact, most probably would. But I could also see it as a chance to refine my vision, to depersonalize it, and create something so good they can't ignore it next time. It's not the easiest thing, but there's so much value there. Yeah, well, maybe it's just proof that you're falling behind. That the world is moving faster than your ideas can keep up. How do you know this is refining and not just stalling or wasting time or procrastinating? How do you know you're not pouring into something with no bottom? Well, I don't know, and you never could. But I've seen what happens when you don't try. When you cling to what worked yesterday instead of asking what could work tomorrow. The new day, the dawn, the opportunity. I'd rather risk another half-empty cup than never taste what's possible. Just like with relationships. There's love, the relationship that ended. But sure, I could see it as proof of failure, of not being enough. That would be easy to do, and in fact, most would. Or I could see it as a lesson in becoming more, a clearing for something new, someone new who meets me where I am now. Or maybe you're just rewriting the story to soothe the sting. Band-aids on bullet wounds. Maybe love isn't waiting for you around the next corner. Maybe you're carrying the same old patterns forward. There's no difference between now and yesterday, who you were and who you are. Is it really a lesson, or is it the same heartbreak wearing a different name, a new mask? Well, even if it is, isn't that life? Patterns broken not by hiding from them, but by meeting them head on? The cup only stays empty if I stop believing it can be filled again. Then it's just a numbers game. You have to keep your head up. Same thing with the social life and friendships, the drifting away of some I honestly thought would be around forever. I think back and sometimes it hurts. I get this feeling in my stomach of just sadness. It used to feel like failure. But now, I think maybe it's a sign to go deeper. To align with people who lift me up, just as I lift up them. It's clearing out the minutia to find alignment with the people in my world. Yeah, well, maybe you're just different. Too different. Maybe it's not them drifting, maybe it's you not getting it. Incapable of meaningful relationships. Maybe connection was never meant to last. No, not for you. Or maybe it's meant to evolve. like the cup, emptied so it can be filled again. New conversations, new laughter, new stories I haven't even imagined yet. Just like in my fitness world with my body, the miles I run in silence, the weights I lift when no one's around, the sweat that speaks louder than words. Some days it feels like a battle I'm losing, but every push, every lift, every breath is a quiet promise that I'm still here and I'm still fighting. There's no time to view the empty space or the negative. Yeah, but aren't you tired? Doesn't it feel like a losing race? The reflection in the mirror, it never seems to match the effort you give. It always lags, doesn't it? Be honest. It's not about the mirror, it's about the ritual. It's about refusing to give in. The empty cup is not weakness, it's a chance to pour one more time, one more rep, one more sunrise. Don't you get that? That's what matters. The vessel, the cup, it screams opportunity. You always have an answer. You always find some silver lining. But isn't that just a way to avoid the truth? You're running. You're rationalizing. You're coping. Isn't it that maybe, just maybe, some cups were never meant to be filled? Sure, it's possible. But again, let's go to the theme here. I'd rather try again and again than let dust settle in the bottom. I'd rather live for the upside, for the chance, however small, that this next pour, right now, this next move changes everything. You are always one decision away from a totally different life. And what if you're wrong? What if this upside you're chasing never comes? Again, back to the point, it may never come. But I'll know I didn't die waiting. I didn't let doubt chain me to an empty cup forever, because even if it's empty now, it's still here. And that means possibility. Possibility. I used to believe in that too. Before the setbacks, before the half-finished dreams, before I forgot how to see the cup as anything but empty. Then let's remember together. Let's see the emptiness not as an end, but as the start of something new. Because the truth is, and I need you to remember this, most mistakes can be reversed. Most wrong turns can be remedied, turned around. And even if we don't get it right the first time, we can always pour again, try again. We can always rise again.